So, as we promised you, say, yeah, the Ghana for more students or Canada, any China, beba, so that we look at scholarship, international admissions in Canada, any China, no, and no, yeah, also no. Inti pacho follow yen, our platforms, pacho pay particular attention to comment section, no, because made the links to some of the schools and some of the places where links near there. One of the main objectives in here, yes, and I say we are seeing has become a global village. And there's so many opportunities all over the world that other people are taking advantage of, especially India for Kenya for Rwanda for, but Ghana for, because opportunities no work for no bebre no enya advantage no omu nim baby benya resources no and no one needed to say nkofo bebre nkofo scam you because we nim no obi ba say meye we am out you am say me as scam you so last week me share story of Ghana ni advantage bi akoka Canada fe no mo one Ghana for no e bo an kwa mo wenya baby e dia kom say boy ya no check it sound no background am na noise be wo eche. The reason why yeah about China say China, for instance, huge scholarship. Ghana for African students baby, consistent baby, so in English. But where who ubenya problem baby. Openi obi a oye PhD student China. To no better am ye hu ni nyina said Miss Bao Yakubu or a PhD student or China. What's your opportunities baby? I'll be sharing the link to YouTube so Vim Lady Online. Vim Lady Online YouTube check his comment section. Links in to schools so a better one to click a link night to take you to the school's website. Read the website information. Look at the requirement and nothing we're taking from there. Mr. Mizbao, good morning. I know good afternoon to you now. Good morning, Mr. Bell.
Yeah. Yes, good afternoon.
Good. Mr. Mizbao, let me start with you. What generally who say are there opportunities, like I'm saying, for Ghanaians in abroad? Because because of free SHS, and the number of people who are coming out of tertiary institutions, like I said, is big. The last time I checked, was over 156,000 in a free tertiary institutions. Now with the additional free SHS, the numbers have gone up. So if the opportunities elsewhere that people can take advantage of, why not? Do you think opportunities from or China?
Yes, thank you so much for the question, and thank you so much for having me on this platform, because it's always been the desire to make sure that our Ghanaian brothers and sisters who have very good intentions of furthering their educations, especially at the higher level, get to know about the opportunities that we have in China. But we've not had that opportunity. So thank you so much for this platform. And I think you remember that I got in touch with you through Mr. Ronnie Nicole. Yes. It so happened that he came to China on a program, and they were hosted in our university. Then he was so upbeat when he went there, said, such a top class university, Peking University. Do I have some Ghanaian students here? Then they told him yes. So I was made to contact him. When I contacted him, he asked, so who are the students? I said, I'm alone. Then he got offended.
So the whole of university in China, you're the only Ghanaian student?
My dear, on campus as we speak, I'm the only person on campus. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So coming to the question that you asked directly, the opportunities in China are as vast as any other place that you can think of. So yes, I'm just a tip of the iceberg. We have a lot of Ghanaian students that are doing various programs at various higher institutions of higher learning in China. So yes, if a Ghanaian intends to go to China for further studies, you are most welcome, and the Chinese will welcome you wholeheartedly.
I want to find out whether you went there with a scholarship. Do you go there with a scholarship?
Oh yes, I'm on scholarship.
Is it 100% or partial?
101%.
100%. So there are 100% scholarships in China.
My master's was in China, 100%. PhD now, 100%. Yes.
Hey, people don't know.
Wow, and if I want to tell you about students that are also enjoying this, the list can go on and on and on until our time runs out. So yes, they are. I even have a friend who did PhD in neurosurgery, neuroscience, yes, science, yes. those who do operation on this in their brain on full scholarship, engineering, and all those courses you can think of. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Misbah, I'll come back to you again because you see, one of the things that people are worried about in China is the safety. A lot of Ghanaians see these videos of these Chinese people, so that's why a lot of people are kind of skeptical about China. But I'll come back to you, Mr. Bewa.
No problem.
So explain to me, and I know maybe one of these days I'll be sharing your story because I remember I shared your video. From BA. Now when we're in school, now Kube.
Yeah.
It was so mind blowing. No, be as that area school where we can US not Kube, and you may be any opportunity be any Ghana economy is small, opportunities we see are limited. Now what could be a school Canada? What the scholarship na boy?
With the scholarship the Canada. Yeah. Me apply for US in the Canada. In fact, before you start anything, be an idea person Bible channel. A wild decision. Country be na person. What is the future career plan? That is the first step. As a woman say, me we school what next? Because in as much as we are telling people to travel, they need to also have a clear path. Because so me, one thing I was looking at is only United States and Canada, but Canada was my priority. So yeah, consider the scholarship in the bag. Yeah, I had graduate teaching assistants, and it comes with some of the benefits here.
And it's good to know, sir, Mr. Misbah now teaching assistant for China. Also, a student BBC president or Canada.
Yeah, student ambassador.
So we need award the big from what they say.
This is the achievement here.
Kubena
na me work here university no level 200 na me started some business. So I was a student selling coconut, and that was my second job via na me so me yearly because I been chico for Kubeni ba na ma ya ba beton na just me wo na me obi abehwe na me ko classes and na me here.
In 2 years then I Canada scholarship now.
Okay, basically, me school na me share the name de meye because na me say hostel manager. Papa na oboa me wo Ghana na o hwe me school no hostel until na me hostel manager. Until na me say me de me school anka me to Uber na jesenka me nyaska me to Uber na jesenka matwi na jesenka me nya de me go school no because na me nwene say be for Canada. But Madam Fubako, your friend Spencer Trim. One thing is that student must also know is that when you are in school, you need to build strategic relationship. May you be a debate for Madam for. It mean for or more circle minimum for me can say amount for me, but in Crawford me a small. And these people no are affecting my life. It Madam for Spencer or no apply Echo Cambridge or no UK schools in here, but now I'm in Canada now. Don't catch them me apply. It to God be the glory. I mean, scholarship for Miami University, US. Minya scholarship for South Carolina, US. And Misanya University of Windsor, Canada. So I chose to come to Canada because of maybe after school, I will get my permanent resident easy and those kind of stuff. So that's why I chose to come to Canada. Yeah, basically.
And I know one of the issues Rebecca wants about those opportunities in there because we are school or Peduma, Ghana or Brochu. The main thing is so that you can also support your family. Because I hear Canada, that's the Mr. Misbah, are there opportunities like that in China that you can get?
Yes, definitely.
I want
yes, definitely. Yes, when you study in China, like my brother said, you have to be focused. You have to have a plan. If your plan is to work in China, why not? I have a lot of friends who went to China for their studies and now they are working in Chinese universities as lecturers. Others have completed and they are working as doctors. Some are into businesses. So it depends on the plan that you have for yourself. Once you excel or that becomes the focus of your stay in China, definitely yes, after school, you will get something to do in China.
But
myself,
you get
after my master's, I worked in China before I went to further my education at the PhD level. So yes.
So as a black man, you can easily get a job in China.
It doesn't matter whether in China we have a saying that it doesn't matter whether the cat is black or white. Once it can catch a mouse, then it is a cat.
I see. And
that
now
is from
that?
Yes. So that means that. Oh yes. Actually, my course is purely in Chinese.
Wow. So you did Chinese in Legon. and took it to...
Yes, at the University of Ghana.
Wow, that's interesting. So how do you say that thing you said in Chinese language? Doesn't matter whether the cat is black or...
Now you want people to laugh at me, right? So let me say that
I want us to
Chinese.
get a feel of your Chinese.
That one is a popular quote from a Chinese former leader, you know. He says that 无论只猫是黑还是白的，只要能抓老鼠就是一只猫。
Wow. There's no way I'll even try. The way you're rolling your tongue, I don't think I can ever do that.
No, you can do it. Actually, you can do it.
One day I'll come and visit you in China and maybe I'll learn the language.
You are very much welcome.
That's all I know.
Yeah, and that is very good because before I went into the Chinese class, I have a very good story about Ni Hao, but today is not about me, it's about helping our brothers and sisters. So I'm going to reserve that for our further discussions.
Okay, so next time we'll do another one. So let me come back and ask about. I posted the first link on YouTube. So to China, these scholarship opportunities. I'll be sharing the other links that I got for Mr. Bewa and Mr. Misbah. So go to Vim Lady Online. You see that in the comment section, I've posted the first link there. Click on it, it will take you to one of the schools. So, Mr. Baby, I'm a member of Hobby. What do you have to do? Because I never see a check from how to fill your form, your personal statement. What do you have? So, you have to say, oh, pay school. And we'll be a man on China, Canada, baby. What's the first thing that you have to do?
Okay. Me 2016 me share say me name Obekasa, so like me get in touch with you and I'm very happy to meet you. So it was a passion to meet you one day. One thing is
you see the way life is. I didn't know you never posted your video. I was like, oh, auntie. But and it's so amazing how when you the demand, the world goes full circle and it comes back to me. Papa Tia said, no, I send you a we are said actually it's like a ladder. Oh, the people you meet, they are the same people you meet when you're descending the ladder. So be nice to people. Yeah. You never know.
Yeah.
You see, sometimes and just be but you just have to be nice.
Yeah.
We are all serving our people. I think next month or so, there are 2 Ghanaians who are going to Canada, 2 Ghanaians are going to US because of you're starting social media.
Yeah.
That's the essence of life, that we can help other people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so thank you very much, and I'm humbled to be on your platform. Send them so many of the cases you better madden. Ye boss said ye be ya youth no or met many the career part or maybe be now almost many international opportunities. One thing they say, so open so study school application. Vim lady, ye one near maybe why is in Patiasia. This one Tiasia how irrespective of we educators amount for our primary school, Ubu wanted your work. So the first thing I is in the Patiasia, I dream for such the mindset need to change. Because a Bruchina Oban, a part will be competing with international bodies and international students. Into what they need to trim. So you look at me and compete, it in a month will be bringing admission. So person will start your application. Your college level and your university level and your master's level. Obi and baby your person work. A German say be what we can university, what we look what we UCC. Also person over school approach. And near my ben SME ya a bit with the maba. And only idea yet to decay a focus. Na school beyond in the requirement. School do how much GRE, school do how much SAT, school do how much or move English proficiency in case of what you say. Document ye can yes when you have transcripts. Meaning passport there. Ube to Kwaya, we rather than influence from my country when you have passport because won't mean fact Ghana card and I say we being Kasoba Canada. You need to get passport and that one may mistake I'm here and they say sometimes go university. Yes, a catcher will say, and near my boy is on Saka, a bit is a passport, driving license. But yeah, no, yana sometimes Nipaki will be not an opportunity. No, into the document is a winya for the first one, be a friend of the transcript. Transcript, no, we school we are, and I'll be called faculty to Wapakoji. Now, your official transcript and your unofficial transcript. Now, transcript are one because I would apply with school, your friend unofficial transcript, and then your school in the stamp for team. But the winner school we are not school na catch yourself official transcript and so you will school because of African eba for envelope fabra you will school because of school ni email ye dey send no it will be share me see and we hear transcript the tosum ye we hear CV and then focus more on the CV because when we man for people because they apply to school nipa na oka so apply to school ni CV nya eti me hu say we need to find the etymology of the problem but be a problem no one na yes solve it the be bo ma nipa nya admission me be ka to say apply school apply to Canada document out there ba na enye eti wo ko ye de wo
exactly
nyentre nipa no yale no sisi nipa no ho ye hyehyehye ne di nsuo gu ne so a wo ko ka say wo ba ho ye hyehyehye na wo di nsuo gu ne so say wo pese ne ho ye nwunu na bacteria ne virus ne woni moja ni me wo widie ni enti no me yenku yale na ewo nipa ni mu no so that he can able to apply enti me focus ne say of course scholarship ne beka ho asem me ba Canada ne nyame adom me elect me as graduate teaching assistant student representative enti me department no me nyadaje eco admission board no enti me ni graduate coordinator department head now omuma admission no me Meti board ni subi. I am the only student who represent my department there. So, minim baby a bit more money in terms of scholarship and admission.
And I won't name the amount of the failure or one or
the failure or money and then yes. So, CV no idea a cash amount because CV ni near my boa a bet ready why you experience neighbor be a walk or career party. Then why as a nipa apart from academics and community volunteerism less mano leadership skills achievements awards working experience research experience now the amount for your mistake were almost CV so they think that they want to apply anything obo wa no apart of odikuro obo no ho samana hen da ache hene and that's so am braka tum ninyina so the ba CV so enka bibia ho because I have something a structured now obo wa no akotwere sama wale CV so yentwere ma wale because obo wa ni CV or they apply juma or Ghana and one or they apply school ba you want CV and your job CV nti me yenkyere yen crop no the we are ombehu enema ombetimi
academic CV na wo kyere mu no
academic CV ne timi enema beye 6 yes ba academic CV ne so whether open the dikai no ye frɛ bibi one thing is a link vim lady make afidike say so say so we need LinkedIn page ye frɛ bibi LinkedIn kono ko creative who ye student now hwe me sisia we legon kenu asi ko creative national here a post certain things professional about your ambition because LinkedIn no professors more Canada US you know mugo and never be LinkedIn one more share opportunities be LinkedIn one more share it no need be creativity we bet me do LinkedIn page aba
obi echi go be here duma obi area
me had obi abibia ni ha
is other people working behind you.
Sorry?
Some people are working behind you, right?
Yes, I'm at a place they are doing some renovations and then.
Muting the mic now.
So the noise is coming into.
All right. Let me mute my mic. Yeah.
And then when you are ready to speak, then you are muted. Yeah.
Yeah, Vim. Enti Sisiano CV no. Oh, you have be profile. O profile there. Maybe over your juma 5 years. Who experience? Or wait me the about. Who your accountant? Who wait me the about. Who your student? Who try there? Who wait me the no about. The torso. The answer of the by. You have be education. Or educational background and also education obeka ba bia ko school we sometimes we GPA so betima account we betim do GPA ba be sure de to so me no eye enema yentimi nya ne say apart from work experience no any education no ade ba ko mpanimfo no hwe ye free be research experience whether or your course or whether we course in engineering or research experience yes over as international university student there what even can say one year thesis and one year research it won person mu say because abrochira ye bani nyina foundation ye research whether it is course whether obey research into morofo so mo per research into no research experience there is what deba but sometimes na is what ultimate articulate obo han so menya research da obo onim ye ka research no wan say project topic ye den grofo be na dia ye research da e say no so ba so mu say akoye obey problem person solve society na ye research wonim research there to so me ni achievement there na why as student the tosu miensa we internship obetimi dia baso the tosu bi we volunteerism because omo person omo hwe enya academics nkwa de no waya abo society unipa omote community no wako kasa me wo Ghana me scholarship na menya ye no anase me class no menya ye no me class ye nipa 11 pe and I'm the only African in the class adentia because you say me busa professor and I didn't know mo select him. I say Peter, you shall see in this one. Why you near my bronco bebre? So we know say you have the passion to help people. You have the passion to solve community because when you my dear were being the GPA 4.0.
Why what sorry for you volunteer work been where the those ones you can write it on your
you can write it. say a official win kwa wa yankwa obetimi di no so abaso eno so yade e so abaso now obi o na okotwere hobby na playing dummy playing MP nkrofo bo eno ehu hia se wo de beba wo CV so me wo de niam bi sende me a me ntiase se yeso wo twere sa wo so eso ehu hia se bia wo be ye PE wo be ye physical education bi e fa games ho de na adu game ba na de be so me ntiase se yeso wo ka se wo MP I like watching movie e se ba wo CV so as because you are not competing with Ghana for nkwa hwe UCC o class nkwa nipa be 100 200 na eba you can university for nipa be Legon even Ghana nkwa course obeye no aburuchire ha no nipa mo apply aba no mo do so kura mo be say 2000 hwe Nigeria one state in Nigeria is bigger than Ghana hwe China South Africa Canada for no so mo wokuru ma no mo apply yo obi o wana na dream say international students in the best school Canada for no US for no so apply it what can give you the leverage me hwe apart from GPA no I'm telling people say first class and they say what apply school fatun chen you have the right document meaning say what
on the first class no
fatun chen enya nkwa na wenya first class enya nkwa na waben o eso brown once now dey no tun chen na yet the right thing on the document so your free bibisu statement of purpose no school be an there now mistake by
to we have statement of purpose so as on its own
okay
even Mr. Misbah. So tell us what the Chinese schools also, because you see, I'm more interested in the Chinese one because apparently you get 100% scholarship. People don't know that.
Yes.
They are even afraid of China. But you are saying it's safe.
No.
So tell us about that.
You know, you don't have to be afraid of China. You know, when you want to go to China to further your education, we have a lot of scholarships, and then we have like under the Chinese Scholarship Council, we have like over 270 plus top class universities that will receive your application. So it depends on the course that you want to go and do. Like my brother was sharing on how to apply. Most of our candidates, when they want to apply for these things, the basic things of even searching online to find out the requirements and to prepare or get these things ready is still a problem. Why? Because sometimes we don't know what to do, but I think being able to sit in your house or behind a computer, make the time to work constantly on getting to know of a university that you did not know of, trying online, and then getting the requirements is also part of doing research because it is not easy. When I was trying to do mine at the University of Ghana, I was a teaching assistant then too. It took me like a whole semester. I could only work on only 2 or 3 schools because it is work on its own. So the requirements, basically, if you're applying for a Chinese scholarship, I'm just going to talk about the general ones, though there are specifics that are related to schools. You should not be a Chinese citizen.
Okay.
So that means that all other nationalities, like my brother said, you are working against the whole world, not only Ghanaians or not only students in your school. So anybody who is in the world, apart from Chinese, can apply for what you are applying for. Number 2, you should be in good health. Then apart from that, there are in Chinese scholarship application processes, there are age limits. For example, if you're applying to be considered for a bachelor's degree, you should not be above 20 years of age. And if you're applying to be considered for master's program, you should not be above 35. And then if it is a PhD program, you should not be above 40 or 45. So these things, we have to take note of them.
Okay. Mr. Misbah, people saying that your microphone is giving them feedback, so they are not able to hear you well. I don't know if you can move away from where you are.
My mic
is airport. Sometimes the airport do that. Yeah.
Okay, so I should just use the mic straight up.
Yeah, you can use the mic without the airport. Sometimes they are just so sensitive that that's how they were created. So sensitive that they can do that to you. Yeah, and now we are not hearing you. So maybe you have to just refresh your system. Just refresh it. If you refresh it, we can hear you. Mr. Misbah, any idea about China? You know, it's a part of YouTube, YouTube of him lady online. I'll go to me China schools nibi ashe honum, University of Peckham, maybe ashe honum, maybe another school so omo so aka ho sisia. If you look at it, the requirement to take you straight to international admissions and then it will show you a requirements. If I say you answer more questions, Tibia, Mode Abano. Imano answer. Oh, Peter, we are one of a mementos. So, and Peter will be why washing in crime pa and Napoleon. See, on your position, some of my resources we a bit me directly. And for a war international admissions. So, and Imano and Sawasa, but Imano, that's a bit brave. Or how do you contact anybody? But the links not to do the homework before you contact anybody. But me the email addresses so that we can work with the email address. Sarah Edu. I say thank you, Vim Lady. That guy is really doing a good job. Audio more and Nana, I see. You want all Ghanaians to leave the country who will be left in the country, Patrick Debbie. Nkrumah Krako Abrocho Kusia de Asanoba. Who says, Obia who say, yeah, you be sir, who need degree in your bit scholarship. Now don't be envying of anybody. And then Ghana schools so probably to make a matured a admission. Oko AUCC, Central University, Methodist University, Legonia, distance education, matured education, we don't need to have SHS. Now so I call it. Oh, yeah, we are. They are not so called scholarship. Into the fact that one who say, who be scholarship opportunity, I won't be no. And just envy no. And one is our better someone so Yakupon so betty Mama, oh dear. So what I say, don't envy the person. Be an enemy. You rocket science. You can also get it and go. Yes, will be person will be free Ghana, but in Chroma Crocusia, not the boy. Big sis, I don't know any of them. Your president for me, Nana, don't present Mamma, Munina, Muku Abrocho Cusia, the president before, or Cabrocho Cusia, dear, not the Ghana. Will be too quite Cusia, dear. You only broaden your knowledge and your exposure and your crime. So don't envy on Rantemi or Momo Akao. Miss Bao, let me come back to you and see if your microphone is now.
Yes,
now
how does it sound now? Is it better now? Right. So like I was saying, if you are applying for a Chinese scholarship, there are...
Well, now, Ms. Bar, now you're... Okay, hang on. I think that maybe is from here. Please go ahead.
Right. Yes, and then 5 for masters and then 40 for a PhD. That is the age cutoff for you to get into the scholarship categories. So apart from that, you need to have a very, very strong research proposal. Research proposals are supposed to tell the lecturers or your prospective supervisors what you can do if you are given the opportunity or your research interest. This is very, very, apart from all those that you are doing, this is the only one that they will take for you to be able to get the opportunity to be invited for an interview. So you have to write and demonstrate very strongly that you can do the research part of the course if you are admitted. Because out there, what normally happens is that we have coursework, yes, but what you can do out of the class in terms of research, your future plans, what you're going to do after school, all these things count. So sometimes we apply with the intention that, okay, I was the top student in my class, I was the top student in my city or in my village. But at the end of it all, you are not considered, simply because what you are writing about is telling about what you have done. All that they want to know is what can you do given the opportunity. Apart from that, the very last or very key point that I want to mention when Chinese are considering you for admission is your ability to respond very clearly to Chinese laws. Because
Chinese law.
Yes, Chinese laws, to respect the laws of China. When you get to China, you know, things are not going to be exactly where you are coming from. So would you be able to adjust yourself, fit into the Chinese society, respect Chinese laws? For example, if before now, if you were in China as a scholarship student, you were not allowed to work, but now you can work with permission from your university. So things are changing, and we need to follow these changes for us to get the right information to apply.
Yeah. So, Mr. Misbah, can you tell us what are the top 3 things that you must have in your application, apart from the application form? Because I want us to go into details to fill the application and all that.
Yes.
Apart
from the application form, if you're applying for a master's program, you should have had a bachelor's degree or just about to complete. So you should have a degree that you are standing on to apply for the next degree. Number two, you should be able to demonstrate with a very strong statement of purpose. Statement of purpose about yourself. And then the third important one is your research proposal. Yeah. These are the three strong things you should look at.
Okay, so now let's go into the statement of purpose so that we can come back and answer people's questions, because a lot of people are sending us messages and they want questions. So please, Mpacho, go to Vim Lady Online. I've put some of the links to Perkins University. There's another university, Chinese Scholarship Council.com. 100% scholarship. And Mr. Misbah Okano, 100% scholarship. Will say China is safe. Mr. Misbah, you didn't answer that question. Is China safe? Is China safe? Can people go there? Because these are some of the concerns that people have.
In terms of safety, I can vouch that China is the most safest country you can stay in the world.
Okay.
100%. Even the Chinese brag about that one. China is the most safest place. Look, like the doctor I was telling you about, she was a lady, a very young, enterprising Ghanaian lady, who was staying in the same apartment with me. She goes to work as early as 6 a.m. She comes back around 11 p.m. And you know what? She's riding a bicycle. And no one has ever stopped her to ask her why you are riding a bicycle this late. Can we say that of other places?
Yeah.
Yes. China is the most safest place you can be to study. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And the Pacho, doc, I'm a PhD student or China. What about holidays for Ghana? Not just China is a very safe place. Very safe place. Some are evergreen. You have a question. I'll come back to you, Mr. Bewe. I am back near here. Mampacho, follow the links. Don't come back again. Now my end double work. Mampacho, Mashada Panam de Asho. I've given you a list of top American universities or MoMA scholarship for HND and all those people. A friend saying universities that you can start your research from them. They are two of them. And then I've also given you Chinese scholarship organization or MoMA scholarships. They follow all of them and do your work. Mr. Baby, let's come to a personal statement of purpose. After application, you said that that is one of the things that we must focus on. What goes into it?
Now, bedase, Vim Lady, dear TNSA, statement of purpose. No, school be any the way we see me canasem. School be almost friend of personal statement. School be almost friend statement of purpose. School be almost friend of statement of intent. School be almost friend motivation letter. But one mistake here, and say or apply school about Canada. Yamazibia or apply school called University of Manitoba. And now University of Manitoba, and they say statement of purpose and a statement of intent. It says well, other school no best son aqua school new requirement because one thing that you need to take into consideration, pay attention to details. And more smart. Women said the only way that can separate the sheep from the goat, you better match a free. What is sorry to say, Ponchen say, yeah, the name of the Shima, bit matric your mind. It won't be student here, or more reason, the logical and the coherent in their mind, and it will better than the name of Yaba. It will work a statement of paper, because I said, write 1,000 words. But we will and I'm so called won't pay attention now. One a statement of purpose, and they were apply school called University of Manitoba, no, as I apply school called University of Alabama. Alabama requirement, for statement of purpose, different. Meeting a different. Alabama is statement of purpose. Manitoba is a statement of intent. And it is what this statement of purpose, not a statement. No one will say, oh no, who is serious because in that friends or more requirement. So who applies Adam school now? I say a dean or more canon. It will 1,000 words. It will a 1 page. Me apply school called Ball State University. One of the best university in America on mass scholarship. Your friend Ball State University. Ball State University, no, only 1 page statement of purpose. So can be quite a double and 2 pages. I just
attention to details.
Yes, that's the most important thing. Now, statement of purpose, you need to divide it into 4 or 5 paragraphs. Sorry to say, me my review for statement of purpose. And the machine, and the back Canada, and the matter, and the Mabusa department head name. Graduate coordinator, the community say 1 introduction. And yes, sir, what trigger the passion or passion or problem dear we are what doing class will be. So introduction, Mumu say you solve a problem. Ubo ho bit master say misano. There was a theft, and I say boni bi koso mi society wo. E mayali kunkum krofo bebre. E may bi kura kano ofa. It mission me develop a passion say maybe be a doctor, maybe be a nurse. Say they be a meeting solve the social or the health canker in my society. It is another way to trigger me passion to study science. Senior high school. It broni ni be who say who can be because introduction no man yadna. What one kind what statement of purpose no introduction here basa. It me catch them say what statement of purpose. You sorry to say nantwibini no. Nantwibini na soro ne den ase no go be so that esoro ne yedrema no mo kan no man will say oh akwa we de work na yampa. It depends on how you write it. Introduction obekire mo de ntia a trigger okra say obituma ye de asua de beduru ba bi o no. Second paragraph no be talking about we experience me co school me co courses we. Now when you are mentioning some of the courses, you need to mention some of the research away here. Funding be na find here. Nkrofo be na do mo bo mo wo school no courses be na wo ye relevant ya onim so the bachelor school na be boa. Wo ko ho de ade na wo ye bo obetima ka say me ko ha me ko sua we na eboa me broaden me scope. It give me analytical and sometimes no so wo try statement of purpose na ye wo words be wo so the bam. Emrofo ye smart in Canada. When you are applying for jobs and those kind of things, you will keywords be where so the na for 2000 apply no bank manager na say manager na ko transfer ko kan resume 2000 na on afa de ko tran to move. Sometimes they design the system to copy some of the key points and keywords na omo hwehwe no e bit say analytical obi a obesua de wa bruchiri bia no sanom nyema we e so komunu wom analytical, creative, innovative, leadership skills. You know, these are some of the key things that the communication skills, interpersonal relationship. It cut across any statement of purpose I will try because one person who say so introduction, second paragraph, no. Not third paragraph, no what because school no school are over, dear currently in school. This one, you're looking at the rigorous environment of the school. You're looking at the laboratories, school, you're looking at the potency of the department, faculty now and higher from faculty members, lecturers no high level near the school accreditation be na akoso and any prestigious be na US and Canada. It is on be shim and not the trigger who we are department and courses we are beginning say be upgrading my knowledge, it will deepen my skills and expand my horizon. It be what the microphone can kind of say sometimes to ubetimi the professor be diambam. So what person apply school ko course yes I would train na usua another work. So one thing is that we department when I say lectures go specialization or interest it will go read our department in head now our department in the website we say oh professor we Nadia or come once man now pay development and democracy. It was also lego now political science psychology okay also me passion sometimes department head no more admission scholarship o man etna board no so it is what people need to share with statement of purpose no because akwo kura no na just why research na ampa because sometimes favor counts and if you're able to bring their names in my research is in line with maybe Professor Joshua Michael who specialization for research so when we say
university lecturer he's known there internationally or more research papers or research gate
ebi sukra no what board no so be because our department wa chira there it will give you leverage and be mo say oh kura no ban wo sua ade no wo sua department na ankasa because it bo enema bi sometimes bobo courses ni bi na ebebo mo e dey we expanded. Now in your conclusion and answer 4 paragraph no the other can say you will divide your career goals into 2. We have short-term goals and long-term goals. Short-term goals no mo hunu de ebebo impremprim mo bi be sua de na ebebo ma ma ye den. It will help me to become competitive. You know, in the job market, you will key terms go as all the back. Who be sure the day, a bed warm one nipano, what you must fulfill what career goals and future employment opportunities. Then a bed a bit more to compete with other people in the job market or the corporate environment. These are some of your short-term goals.
Okay.
Or long-term goals, and they said after the school, no. You are also trying to organize seminars, working with NGOs and governmental institutions to empower other people in the rural areas, educate them, funculate them, empower them, and also give them some of the knowledge and the requisite skills now so that it can help to promote the lives of people in your society. I do we will follow some process way now. Meaning, say a bit my
okay. Ms. Bam, let me come to you because let me remind people again. May the links to some of the schools any scholarship opportunities, national comment sections, look for it. That is your homework, Mr. Moa, because may the email address to honum later on so that you can also contact them and maybe you'll be busy, you know. We'll start a dumane kakra will be boa say obetimi abo. I've just added a link to University of Saskatchewan in Canada, so you can look at their international admissions, their application requirements, and all that for international students. What courses do you think attract scholarship? What courses? I know it's not every course that you offer that.
Okay. Yes, as far as China is concerned, most of the scholarships that I know people get comes in the CIS, that's the Confucius Institute scholarships. And likely for Ghana, we have a Confucius Institute scholarship on the University of Ghana campus. And I think at KNUST, if you contact them, they will give you details, usually about learning Chinese and masters in teaching Chinese to other people. But we have a lot of Ghanaian and African students who have scholarships on the liberal arts, just those who do a lot of those art-related courses, literature, and then languages. That is on top. And then we now have medicine. Yes, a lot of Ghanaian doctors are in China being trained now, and most of them are being trained on scholarships. Apart from literature, languages, and then the medicine, we have engineering and all other fields, but those ones are a little less. Yes. I also know of one lady who is doing PhD in nutrition in China from Ghana here, who is also on scholarship. So basically, based on the area that you want to apply for, you can do that. Once you can demonstrate very clearly and strongly that you have the ability to do the research in that area, yes, you'll be considered.
Okay. But again, okay, then let me go back to the questions that people are asking. So that the idea of interviews where I name for you, so that you can also make an effort to do it yourself. And now with all this that we are spending our time, our resources to do this, our internet data, which now no be Lord, you are sending, I don't know people, you are sending your phone number on he said somebody should assist you. Hey, are you serious? In this day and age, you want somebody to scam you? We've given you the links. Click on the links, go to the school website, read the requirements, download the application, start the application process, and you are still so gullible. You are posting your telephone number. No, then you are complaining. Sometimes mistake. No, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? So there's let me go to your questions. Let me answer more questions now, Mama. Michael Tete say, oh yeah, undergraduate research focus on the topic focus on the topic of a topic that is not related to the master's program, but he's interested in applying. What will he do? His undergrad research is not related to the what he wants to do. So who will take that question?
I think there's a undergrad focus on any and as only research be our person the masters now. I didn't know who apply because I know masters because your experience is in line with other things. So course be any why and Ghana when you and I any related. Into me name the entire was it masters now so we have political science now which we are diverting into international relations, criminology, public administration, public policy. You be brave. It is a winning say. Undergrad focus on topic now because there's no solution to this question now. Will be beating my I am can just work with nursing, available public administration. In fact, it doesn't correlate. Will be yeah.
Okay.
Right. May I come in with a bit of a personal experience in this area? Usually, I call myself. Sorry if to some of my brothers and sisters who may be from the Fulani tribe, I call myself the Fulani student. I move a lot from one area to the other, so I don't mean any harm. I'm just describing some social issue. When I went to the University of Ghana for my bachelor's degree, I did Chinese and Information Studies, combined major. And then when I was applying for my master's, because of the language, I applied for teaching Chinese to speakers of other languages. That time, I was asked that question: are you just coming in because of your Chinese, or why? So my statement of purpose and my research proposal was actually focusing on Ghana and the China relations, because if Chinese are coming to teach us Chinese every day, how long are they going to do that? Is it not worth that Ghanaians too should consider being trained to also partner? At least we understand the Ghanaian culture very well. If we also learn the Chinese, we can blend very well and teach it just as the Chinese. So that was a point to be considered. Then when I was going to do my PhD now, my application was purely on a different area as well. That is international relations. So I faced a very tough panel. I had to convince them, why am I moving from bachelor's a different area, master's a different area, and now to a completely new field. And then my research proposal, my statement of purpose was also identifying key problems. That is on China-Africa relations. We deal with the Chinese a lot. They do a lot for us. We do a lot for them. But generally on the streets of Africa or in the streets of China, how do they see Africans? How do Africans see China who walk around in our communities? So we need people who understand both areas very well to be able to solve those problems. So yes, to my brother, if he can demonstrate very strongly why he's moving from his bachelor's to a different field in master's, at least he can have a way out. But then, like my brother indicated, you have to be able to convince them, or there should be a link. If not, you don't leave from the arts to go do medicine when you don't have a science background. I think that would be a very difficult area to go.
Yeah.
So let's see.
And adding to what you said, especially if you're interested of coming to Canada, your course must be related to what you are coming to do in Canada. Because visa process no one year admission no kwan wie you one visa for no so koshia.
Exactly.
Ombe busa say why a nursing? Wo say dey okwa carpenter na nursing enhia. It is one even if say wo chire mu kura na me hu ni say ebebo mo ye safer side no. O area no nyame adum na bedru Canada na aha ye tesa course. Entesa Ghana ye ma political science akwa den obi mpese obesesa na kwa ha no. Aha we bedru ha na meet requirement no nko na you can change your course. Nkro we bidaba ha obi di we ne be wura mu but o results na we dey buy ni say bia opese okoye san no course we na we bedru asase no so nko ade a ye tesa course no. If say we meet requirement na etifa o process na wo fa mu na fa bra. We bedru ha na sesa course.
You can change your course. Yeah, so you better be able to be change your course. Where the internet rocket science. But Mr. Misbah, I want you to answer this question because somebody, I don't know if he's lying to people, but this Bismarck Miracle says he has been in China for 7 years and he has graduated from medical school but cannot find work to do. He's teaching English and China is hard, so he would not recommend it for anyone.
Yes. I think he is right.
Study and stay there. Study and come and help your country. Why do you want to stay there? And then I don't see why people want to use that as a problem.
You understand the way I was telling you that for you to be able to study in China, you should be able to respect the Chinese laws. Ask him whether he's teaching English legally or illegally in China.
Okay.
You understand? Why would you be a medical doctor after your medicine, you are not back into Ghana, or you are not doing anything related to medicine, you are still in China? Why wouldn't China be hard? Let's be sincere, please.
So, Mr. Evans, Mreku, where there, Mr. Misbah cannot where there, you are not being sincere. You are not being sincere. Because if you have finished medicine in China,
yes,
why do you teach English instead of teaching English? And people will pay you good. At least there's even my doctor friends, they do local. You can work here. You make good money. So why you stay in China and be teaching English and you are blaming somebody? You've gotten 100% scholarship. You don't want anybody to get it.
I can give him a tall list of Ghanaian doctors who are in Chinese hospitals working as resident doctors. Yeah, so maybe when he was in the medical school, how did he complete, and all that has to be questioned.
Okay. So I would say our third class degree. Can he get a school in Canada? Third class.
Third class for no. school behind the GPA. Sometimes open scholarship first na so when GPA. You school be wow. You better just say with GPA you 3.0 above applying for some scholarship. Where a requirement here that. But third class, sometimes, for these courses, and make my category be a postgraduate diploma be a day, I apply, and I see a diploma courses be a day. But so, person who looking for scholarship on this animal, getting it is very, very hard. Because Canada for no, or more way, no, tough. Chen America, only at 2.8 to be crowd to apply for scholarship opportunities. But in Canada, majority of the schools will look for 3.0 above, GP of 3.0 above, and that one is also the key factor. Of course. You want football who are obitiminya full scholarship with the third class. Senior, you know. Ubedi can merely the department head and I say graduate coordinator and I said, who school now we get other activities, academic activities, and then near maybe who join the organizations, you know. It is anonymous we are prepared one your research knowledge in this animal. Anything our class, you know, very low, but you believe in yourself, say, based on this, you know, when you come, you can even improve yourself. Third class, and some of the me go be University of Simon Fraser University when your full scholarship was second class lower. I didn't when you over $50,000. I didn't he was able to demonstrate other things that we say we didn't win second class lower and I said pass on. You will but those who know other leadership and those mentorship in these organizations, you know. So if you're able to explain now a bit more, but in third class,
I know why you want to say so short because your person answer will be yes, I me answer will be
okay.
So Mr. Well, a lot of people say, oh, China is hard. China, I've seen a lot of people. I've done China. I say China is not the place to go. I've been guessed to say China is not the place. I don't even know why people are making a big deal. It's just an option. It's not by force. Nobody's holding a gun to your head to say that by force go to China. It's an option. Mr. Misbah is there enjoying 100% scholarship for his masters. He's also enjoying 100% scholarship for his PhD. He's a PhD student. So it's not by force. He's there. He says it's okay. If you don't like China, Canada is there. If you don't like Canada, America is there. If you don't like America, UK is there. If you don't like UK, last week we did Germany. Germany is there. It's an option. Don't fight with anybody. This one is not by force. You decide where you go. It's a global village. Everybody has the right to decide where they want to go. Okay, so somebody is asking about okay, I'll ask you that. But I see okay, John Obi Prezi Bewa. But somebody was saying that please ask him for me. I have scholarship in Canada, but I have education studies, social studies. Okay, he's even giving me his SHS results. Mr. Misbah, SHS, people who have just finished WASI. Is it easy to get admission just from WASI? They have to finish university in Ghana before they can do that.
Yes, in China, you can do your bachelor's degree straight up in English. I have a lot of Ghanaian friends and other African friends and friends from other parts of the world who are doing bachelor's purely in English. So it depends on the program you want to apply for. Everything is online. And then if you apply, it's even going to be on scholarship. So it depends on you. Yes, China, you can do that. And then you need a very good senior high school leaving certificate. If your senior high school was done in English, you don't have to prove by TOEFL, IELTS, or GMAT and all those ones. If you have it, fine. If you don't have it, once you have your senior high education in English, then that is enough. Yeah.
Okay.
And then for masters, if you did it in English, then you can get an English proficiency certificate from your university to attach it, and then you are good.
Okay. Okay, so that's your answer there. Mr. Bebo, people say, oh yeah, midwifery courses in Canada. Are there schools that do that, particularly midwifery and nursing?
Yes, but most of the courses, and in terms of health-related courses, sometimes you need to write exams, Canadian system exams, so that you can able to sail through the school. And sometimes, to some of the courses, sometimes I just will be through exams, Lances exams and those kind of stuff before you can go to that specific school. Okay. Sometimes getting it straight, it's not for domestic people or more domestic or certain courses. Yeah.
Okay. So you can't do it if you are not a Canadian.
Yeah, maybe some of the courses. And maybe Brana no such a third class. GRE. Other exams to boost your third class way, because they're from third class and no bit boost you. I'm what my scholarship. Yeah.
Okay. So that's it. There's another person, Kofi Owusu. He says, Vim, I need maritime related university in Canada. More maritime related courses or not sure about that.
I'm not really sure, but some of these courses, maritime courses and those kind of stuff. Canada, the universities are obetimi search. Go a specific course, but related course be obetimi because of visa application. Instead of being in line with data, yeah.
Now, maritime put there outside. There are places that are more maritime inclined. Norway, Finland, Denmark.
The brother who wants to do maritime should come to Shanghai Maritime University.
Do you have a maritime university in China?
Affiliated to the Maritime University in Pema here. So students from here, they go there, yeah.
Shanghai University.
Shanghai Maritime University, yes.
Do you have a link to that so that I can post it for them to check it out?
I will. Okay, let me
send it to me so that I can post it for them to set it up. Naneje, also a degree in procurement and would like to do his master's in China. If you're okay, I would like to get a scholarship. Doc, Ms. Bao, he says he has a degree in procurement. He wants to do his master's in China, yeah.
Yes, definitely. In China, there are a lot of universities that do procurement. Yes, Peking University, and then we have Shanghai. There are a lot of universities, and then I know of the one doctor who is currently working in China. He actually did his procurement at the university that we just asked of, the Shanghai Maritime University. He did his procurement purely in that. He's now working in Shanghai, China. He's even married to a Chinese, so maybe.
he can also be married to a Chinese when he counts. Okay, so Mbacho Wansan, I've just posted University of York. University of York is in Canada, so look out for the
in terms of means schools in any other year, they apply this, but Nipa Nankasa now apply now. Who other provinces and also province ya Wobam or Canada. And yes, Ufiti, I was in apply for school go apply for $20,000. Don't waste your money on certain things. It's not make us say so person will apply schools and I say Canada now. One I saw what transit who's school you know. You will school one over or make mama will leverage it to then to an kakra. It you know, me no be a washer me graduate maybe school more demame. And yet me rush it. Semi schools ya kakrakana ni ade no York University is one of who the school fees ba na $20,000 want ya unti bima. So if say school go obet maka say ye deposit kakra oba obet me tua so and no me hu say ye e be say Saskatchewan schools was Saskatchewan Nova Scotia Manitoba New Brunswick. These are some of the provinces now when your universities were a boa and living expenses in so low a bit ma boa ma wo so why what must sell it into no yeah.
Okay, so that's somebody is also saying that undergraduate pursuing educational psychology, and I want to ask if I can get a scholarship to do a master's level. I don't know which country that you were asking because
you can get Memorial University of Newfoundland. They have educational courses. Obi teacher near or first class who name say nkoma ye cannot document bit my normal scholarship for Hanum School is one of also the cheapest universities in Canada. Yeah, me pay na me pay the meka amount for bit me e be bo nipa no me kakra University of Toronto no e bi kura obeba no me nkasa apply when you can to no when admission now what one me was wow enti no pe ba bi e be fa o go wura ma obetimi ayede yeah.
So, Doc, any idea about
Vim lady, you see the one asking about educational psychology. There are a lot of universities in China that you can study in. For example, we have the Beijing Normal University. Once you hear a normal university attached to a university in China like normal, it means it specializes in education and training education-related scholars. So that can be done. Even in Peking University, we have such a course, educational psychology. We have two brothers from Nigeria who are even doing their PhDs in this field as we speak. Yeah. So the person can apply.
Doc, how about information technology? Somebody wants to know information. Okay, I don't know if you do information technology, but I think he wants to know about it in Canada.
Yeah, Anna, yeah, course, yeah, okay. Your courses be also what they bahana skills are the bahana subwa. BCC will be sharing. Now they be senior high school and I say we school person ba looking for tech and some a juma a bit skills a bit to say cyber security. And no club one of visa process and course because when say cyber security in Africa here, Ghana here, it be say information technology, computer system, nursing courses so over bad yeah. You look at it, information technology, you can get universities in Canada to apply. We'll be St. Mary's University, New Brunswick University, Lethbridge University, Saskatchewan, Dawozia University, Sanum Dawozia University, one of the biggest universities in Canada, on scholarship. And you can also check that one too. Yeah.
Okay. Doc, somebody also wants to know, okay, is for, you know, Canada, they have English speaking side and then they have a French speaking side. But Doc, what are the top universities that you recommend for anybody who, top universities that offer scholarships in China, top universities?
The person wants to study.
No, generally, like top universities that you recommend people look at.
You want to study like in China? You know,
Yes.
in China we have different universities with different specialties, but generally we have what we call the Ariao universities, 211 universities. These are the top ones. And then we're talking about per their ranking, the Chinese university rankings. We have Peking University at the top, followed by Tsinghua University. We have other universities like Zhejiang University. There are a lot, you know, but what I would just advise is the person goes online, just type universities in China. Even on Google, you get the list. Yes, and then you can follow. If you want to do a course related to, let's say, public administration, businesses, and management and all that, you can consider Peking University. If you want to apply for the sciences like information technology and all those ones, you consider Tsinghua University. And these are world-class universities. You get to know about their.
Okay. Mr. Bebo, people who say fully funded schools, top 3 fully or school summer funding of Canada. Whilst we wait for Ms. Bell to get fixes.
The University of New Brunswick, University of Manitoba, Dawozia University, University of Saskatchewan, University of Lethbridge, York University, all these universities give scholarship. One thing is that so we person apply school back Canada. I did kind of here free be acceptance rate. Cause school no but acceptance rate. Them. So we FMCC no person but almost acceptance rate of the school. Obemunu say school we are me apply no. Say nipa 100 apply and nipa say nefa. We are checking the ratio of the international student in the school. Ebe boa am what ya work na say course we are international student ba ko pe. It you ko apply ko a waste of money. The tosum you know the bebo mo nya scholarship you free be priority deadline but who some for your videos be but anyama we no mon tankeka you free be priority deadline or funding deadline say school no York University our apply no bit make say your funding deadline your 1st December it will be a bit may apply from September to 1st December who ni pass ano who be scholarship
priority your baby no relax.
And today so also check that one. Yes. So universities in there. The no am abobono. And our Memorial University of Newfoundland, Emma Simon Fraser, Emma British Columbia, University of British Columbia. They also give scholarship here.
Okay. Doc, somebody wants this and says he's currently doing his PhD in China and the scholarship is 100% secured. But to be frank, you can't compare China to Canada. Now, can you compare Ghana to Nigeria? Can't be very different. So I don't oh, Ghana, 100% scholarship for Ghana. Until you be country, 100% scholarship, but take it, do it, go back to your country and learn. Why do you want Canada to be equal to Canada for see Musene? I don't understand some people, and Mr. Yes. There's no way Canada can be the same as China. It's not there on comfort TikTok, no more compare. And about America and Ghana, how can you compare Ghana to America? They use slave trade to build the foundation of the country. It's not the same. I beg you, don't compare apples and oranges. You can't do that. Okay, so okay, visit Dubai. I've read your this thing again. So also please ask about University of Prince Edward Island for me. University of Prince Edward. Is there a school like that for you?
Yes, Anna Prince Edward. When getting your PR and permanent resident in a Wapa, you won't baby or province in baby a wow. If it is a New Brunswick, Saskatchewan hono okoshe wana OPR ne ye nti no Prince Edward Island is one of the best provinces of me akosua de very good here.
Okay. So Doc, somebody was saying here it's true that the China gives 100% scholarship, but he was saying that Canada is not the same as China. So what do you say about that, Doc? Miss Bao? Miss Bao? Mr. Miss Bao, internet. I mean, kind messages now, because we need him to come back and answer some of the questions for us. Isaac Odigard, or say, a person who fully funded scholarship. How can scholarship be fully scholarship? Now, Yama, the name of schools are Omuma Scholarship for Canada. Mr. Bewa, schools or scholarship for Canada.
School be a scholarship. Them school be anywhere Canada ma scholarship. School be anywhere best search here. Wow diligent in our research and wow requirement. Ubitima meet school now. Over Toronto a scholarship. University of New Brunswick on scholarship. Lethbridge University. And Krata Ben Adeba. O GPA say CV Ben Adeba. Statement of purpose Ben Adeba. And then the Betima Boam when you full scholarship on funded scholarship. The big go Ubitima check Memorial University of Newfoundland, University of British Columbia. All these schools they give scholarship. It depends on how you want to come. Yeah.
Okay, so Osman Idris, Sugurum Villa, I'll say, is there any chance for second class lower in Canada? Yes, or say, Canada say it depends on whether letters at the ideas are Nebeboa. Belinda say, they'll say if you're Musamano about Belinda, I just skipped over your message. I want to go back. Hang on. Okay, I'll say University of St. Vincent for education courses.
Please ask Mount St. Vincent. I think, Mount St. Vincent, they also have education courses and they also have health-related courses. Meaning, Mount St. Vincent, your course. I think when you're admission, you pay $500 to secure your spot here.
Okay. I started University of $500. What about Concordia University? My mark is Concordia University.
Yeah, Concordia University. One of my down for now is very good school. Yeah. And also bit many scholarship. But down for no one scholarship or Ghana, but buy sometimes scholarship when you're divided into two, it be internal and it be external. In the internal go have school department in the amount. So Concordia University, they also have scholarship. But down for no a graduate teaching assistant.
Okay. Yeah. Obviously go over the work permit now. So we school no Canada now. Obeti me work permit no. So take and one say Angela question no.
What the 1 year ever krumha we are 1 year postgraduate work permit. Now February no aban no se samra no. Was say 1 year no kra so kra na ubetuma sa tena kruma 1 year 8 months. And now with the 2 years back kruma obey master say we are 3 years postgraduate work permit. And no answer now be apply school about Canada no check in yema mienu we. School ni ka DLI ho a yet designated learning institution no. And answer esa wo postgraduate work permit. School bo wa ewo sanom niema bienu we but course na obeye no emwa ema wonya nkrata ntra kruma nti ye wa we ya obeye ni nyina wo website or IRCC website okwa obo DLI schools na ni nyina be yaba so it is possible. Yeah.
Okay nti pacho mark answer no e na onsa aka no bi say University of Nova Scotia University. It's a Canadian university.
Yes, they have a lot of universities over there. Nova Scotia University.
Okay.
So that was the
do they have not does Nova Scotia have a university? School Lancaster, the University of Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Okay. TM say Sano Pesoche. Abante back Germany in Patro Betimiako. Okay, Tom say also share from Germany. Thank you so much. So share from Germany. Angela, mami go back to a question. Angela Busa question be. I say, please, which school in Canada offers scholarship for early childhood education?
Early childhood education, no. Obetima check Simon Fraser University, Obetima check Memorial University of Newfoundland. All these stuffs no more education or obetimi anya your yeah.
Okay. Angela, that's your answer. Kusi, or say I had admission in Canadian College of Business and Technology, but I couldn't pay the tuition fees. Well, I know
some of the colleges on my apply had no you need put graduate work permit. If it is a can college money we men how apply to schools, yeah.
Okay. Until that's it. Until Osha now Mauli say third class. Mauli, we have already answered a question on third class, so you can go back, watch the video and all that. He says you can apply with third class. It depending on other factors share edeka home. I said, I said, what if I can apply for George Brown University with second class lower if I'll get admission into international?
Yeah, you can get. This is a college, so you can really get, yeah. And also best kind of document with transcripts, yeah.
Okay. Inti pacho transcripts ni ade ye time na ya so. Mr. Miss Bao internet no article inti me ya but Kwaku Asare continuously ask this question about biological sketch. I don't know. What if they require biological sketch? I don't know if any school requires that.
Biological sketch. I don't know.
Any question, Pacho? Any question? Why? Let's move on. Frank Esiaman will say, what are the prerequisites to apply for Canadian college or university? Frank, we have already answered this question. You can go back and watch it. And yes, I will be repeating ourselves. I bet Beyonce no say if you will I get a work permit? Hang on. I say, will I get a work? Will I get a postgraduate work permit after studying?
Yes.
Postgraduate diploma.
Yes. Okay. It depends on the school now, Obano. Say a count DLI and a count any postgraduate work permit college now. Obenya. Obi shame no SS no person apply document ya transcript call school no SHS on. Also per transcript form 1, form 2, form 3. Ombe people be amount. Yeah, the stamp will be team so. School will maybe say to wire trash card and be no man check him out. Simple. Why we subscribe all the background here is simple. So that
in fact, Webber State College, US no more. The more SS1 more. Into SHS, or SHS, or fast SHS now. So yeah, for US, Webber State College, more Utah, almost say, almost SHS for no more SHS for no, because almost for some they can be able to help a moment on basically they know I couldn't no akokobwa. Mpenifo de bebre ko abroche na why na so no ko so oma. Nti abrofo penkola no omo SHS for no mbem mo visa sisi a. Ti mo ma mfa ayin ko wo be ko de. Wo de ma wo fa se bia na wo baby ko is rather better for them. It's a way admissions officer say mo no catch Ghana ni o admissions officer and o ma yes I feel like we say. Bentum Joseph I say, is there a university in Ghana that offers emergency nursing? I don't know if there's anything like emergency nursing.
Emergency nursing. Nursing, I mean, high postgraduate PSW nursing schools now. Maybe it is New Brunswick Community College, Nova Scotia Community College. Or more just Anum colleges in there was Anum provinces. More.
Okay. Inti enone asema omode ebano. Asare say Kwaku say if you please, what do I have to do the biological scan? Pacho biological scan, nyina say, and you more answer why? Say no more what you're even talking about. Nyamina say, please, Busadok, mommy say, China, health related schools in China, scholarship. Doc. Scholarship for health related courses in China.
Good for health related schools and universities. Yeah. So sorry, I had a problem with my internet.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm back online. Yes, in China, we have a lot of universities that we train doctors in. For example, Peking University comes top, and we have in Beijing too, we have Capital Medical University. We have those in Heilongjiang province, where I know we have a lot of Ghanaians. And almost every province has a university that is dedicated to training doctors, and we have Ghanaians in such universities. So depending on your interest, you can always get a university in China. Yeah.
Okay. So that's Dr. Ansano for you. Also Rachel also share it's the that's baby connect to offer Sibina offer Sibisunya opportunity in Gosia de Ghana. We can use all the help we can get in Ghana. Mensa, I say, which school in Canada offers scholarship for automotive and technology, mechanical engineering? Mechanical engineering.
These courses, science universities never Canada need scholarship. In terms of more engineering courses in the universities na mabono. Genti ya mebobo universities never was an province in a na ni sheda ni hu awokwa ebitima boama wo scholarship competition no munye tight amount. We school now person call Harvard ya beje entity and we are pe school bi wo local bi wo high you actually wo ba bi never ko she we are say Harvard na pa na woko. Sometimes you need to cut across It, you know, some we now they have a lot of scholarship over here. Even me school, I'm a University of Windsor Crown, they give scholarship over here. So I believe say it depends on one diligence over here. I want to research. Yeah.
Okay, so this one too, I think is for Canada. Say, Boateng Bismarck, I have BA in Community Development and MA Studies. How do I get admission in Canada?
You need
I think
to,
we've answered
you
this
need to
question.
apply.
We've
You
answered
need
this
to
question.
apply. Yeah.
We've answered this question. So yes, we'll go around in circles. Timothy Yeboah, Vim, please, I have samples of my CV and all that for and some, I don't know, Mr. Peter, would you want to share sample of CV? Mr. Misbah, if you also want to say sample of CV and a sample of personal statement. People want everything to be done for them. I said, they want samples.
Sometimes I share some of these examples on my page. You know, we bet my follow me page Peter Belwa TV or Kowa Obenuse me share some
Okay.
And one thing is
but you see, I think that what I've realized with most of the schools is Ghana for your per cut and paste. So when somebody shares samples with you, we follow exactly the same thing. So you have 50 people following the exact format. So the best thing for you, say, having given you Peter and Mr. Misbah, I mean, like an average of what is expected of you, make it your own. Write it in your own language. Somehow, that is your story. Oh, na me tombodia, na me boa me ma, na me boa me niano, na me yes, na me volunteer of Vim Foundation. Yeah, quite practical school. Make it your own. Don't do cut and paste. I beg you. Don't do cut and paste.
Statement of purpose be a mechanic, me da me person me share. Ready nipa no try. Was say no son. No GSS1. Nani papa de niko to go border. Na wo be kono bo nsem krofo bebre afomfom munya aduane ni e de da border no so. Nti no odwene say ade nti na me man yese ya amanfo nya aduane ni. Ene the foundation of every development of a country is based on politics. Nti no person what ase problem on we would trace hanoma di we na what me rise it certain or building the point and broni ni kind of who said that be akwa and yen nekran was started developing that career path and so person affect change when the community no it no almost no so what is the work yeah
okay those are your
on the samples, yes, but unfortunately if I'm to share my samples, everything is going to be in Chinese, so I don't know how many students that are ready to look at it. But then if indeed you want some sample, yes, why not? You apply to, let's say, Canada or any Chinese school or any other place that is supposed to be in English. Why not? You can get your own example. I would prefer that you do something on your own, then we put it into perspective, rather than taking what somebody else has written and then you want to shape it. Sometimes it's very difficult to shape. But if you come up with your idea, together we can put the flesh to it. Yeah.
So Mr. Misbah, now that you're saying that your course is done in Chinese, right?
Yes.
University that offer courses in English. The University of Peckham, do they have courses in English?
University of
your university, the University of Peckham, is it Peckham?
Yes,
or
every course runs parallel. We have the Chinese option and the English option, so you decide where to go. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you decided to do yours in Chinese?
Yes, I have decided that.
Wow. I mean, you are such a genius. I think the only person I know who can write Chinese and speak it is
it's about interest, I think.
Dr. Twata too does that. The former MC of Elmina, I think he's the head of local government institutes. He also studied in China, so he can write and speak Chinese language very well. That's a very good marketing tool. You know, a lot of Ghanaians don't know that that's a very there's a hot market for that. But you know, a lot of the bill of lading or the shipment that comes from China, they need people who can translate their Chinese language into English. If you go to a lot of these destination inspection companies, it's a hot cake. People who do that charge a lot of money. Yeah. But Ghanaians don't know that. That's why the Legon is offering Chinese language. My niece was doing Chinese. It's a hot cake. If you're able to do it to the advanced level and you bring it to Ghana, there's so much money you can make. All the bill of lading that, because you know now Ghana, about 80% of the shipment we have come from China, and the bill of lading come in Chinese language. So if you can translate it, that's a ready job for you. Ready job for you. You don't have to do anything with it.
Yes, when it comes to the Chinese language, I think University of Ghana started in 2009, and we were lucky to be part of the first batch. So some of us never looked back. So that is where we started from. But now we have Confucius Institute that teaches it. We have the Chinese section at the School of Modern Languages in the University of Ghana. Then we have University of Ghana basic schools. I know they also teach it there. So if you take your word there, the person would have learned Chinese by the time they finish junior high school. And there are other Ashesi University, yes. Cape Coast University, yes. They have Chinese there too. So you can learn Chinese at your doorstep in Ghana now. Yeah.
Okay. I think the last time we even discussed Germany too, scholarships in Germany. They have Goethe Institute also. They also teach German language. If you have the German language, the DAAD Foundation, they give millions of scholarships. DAAD, DAAD. Just go to Google and put it there, DAAD, and search. They have millions of scholarships that the German government gives to people, especially Africans. Most of them are 100%. Some of them are 50% scholarship. So don't sit there and let anybody fool you. Don't be spoon feeding. I'll be sharing their email addresses with you so that if you have any questions, you can go back to them and then they will share their contacts or information with you. Austin says, Austin, oh, okay. Says you have wasted all your time for MPP and they couldn't help you. Now you want Canada as if they are obliged to give you education. Okay. Well, nobody's doing that. We are all doing our bit to help people. Don't envy anybody because Mr. Peter is in Canada enjoying, or Mr. Misbao is in China studying. Mr. Misbao is currently in Ghana helping. So look, this one, don't envy anybody. Everybody who travels from Nkrumah, our almighty Osaje.
Vim lady, usually what most of us don't know is that the hustling out there, it's better to go and just work straight away. If you go to study, it's another ball game altogether. You know, the first time I came back from China, you know, my mom saw me and wept.
Why?
I had grown so lean. And she was asking whether I really went abroad. How come everybody comes from elsewhere? They look so nice and I am coming back like this. You know, so sometimes it depends on what you go to do. If you don't focus very well and you go out there, you think someone is taking a political party, is taking somebody somewhere. Yes, they can take you there, but it takes your own effort to stay there. Yes, because out there, no one knows you.
It's true. In any case, I don't even understand some people. I mean, Ghana is even if somebody is NDC or MPP and their parties take them to study whatever, they are at the end of the day, they are Ghanaians. If there are any benefit that accrues to anybody, you have a right to enjoy it too. But the question is, what you go and study, what are you using it for Ghana? Like I'm saying, Osadifo Nkrumah, who got independence for us, went to study, came back to fight for independence. That's how Osadifo made contact with people like W. Du Bois and all the civil rights activists. You travel and see, and you know. You understand? So if you don't travel, and somebody is traveling, don't envy the person. Your time will come. Don't worry. Your time will come. Krobia, we are just about ending, but Krobia says physiotherapy student in KNUST, but he needed to apply for masters in the US, but it seems they all require GRA. So I want to ask Peter if he can help with sponsorship funding without the GRA. Krobia will come next week with US. One of the admission officers will come next week. Will come and explain US for us, because you can. It's not every school that requires GRA in the US. It's not every school. It's not every school. So don't let anybody lie to you. It's not every school. Please, diploma in medical laboratory from Ghana school. Which would you recommend I do so that I can get a scholarship in Canada? Peter. Peter, I'm saying when you too or something has affected your microphone. I don't know why you are not being heard. Yeah, still, but I don't know why. Okay, so Bella Opoku said, I just chanced on this video. Bella, you can go back and be watching the details of it. General Dab, also which school is the best for biomedical sciences? Please go back and watch the video. You have links on YouTube, so you can check the links I've posted on YouTube and you can click on them. It will take you there. Nana Ofori Eboa wants to know about Canada. He wants to read public nursing. Patrick Peter has already answered questions on health and the schools that offer the scholarships in that area. Solomon Martin, your panelists have failed to mention one key thing in graduate education. Your referees play a key part. Patrol boss, yeah, step by step. So you see all the elements here today. We can't. We'll do another show. So we'll come back to reference, the referees and how they write the referees for you. We'll do it. But we can't do everything in one episode. Yes, I bear 3 hours for one day. And I don't think everybody has the time to listen to 3 hours of video. What I say. So Doc, can I take a final comment from you? We'll be doing a second part of this so that we can be sharing more information on this with people. Doc, Ms. Bao.
All right, Vim Lady, thank you so much. And I want to thank your viewers or your listeners for the time or the opportunity given for us to share our experiences. I want to underscore that all that I have discussed about China, most of them come from my personal experience as a student who is learning Chinese or from Ghana right to China. Most of them, you can get detailed information on the links that you have shared with them, and then my email address to have sent it to you. You could share if people are interested, then we can take the discussion further for specifics. And I want to also thank you for creating such a platform to educate at least our enterprising Ghanaian youth so that they can also get to know the opportunities that we have outside of Ghana. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much. See, I'm posting the email address of Doc. It's ymissbau, all small letters, ymissbau at yahoo.com. ymissbau. Ymissbau is MISBAW. ymissbau at yahoo.com. Yahoo.com. Mr. Peter, any final thoughts? Yeah, no, I don't know why. Suddenly,
Yeah, I think it's the network, or?
No, it's not his network was fine. So it's just his audio. What check your audio in check your audio in just quickly do a restart of your phone. Now means I'm connect to ABM. So Mr. Misbah, again, repeat just the top 3 things that you want people to do when they are looking for a school. Top 3 things, just a summary. We've already gone through that, but just like a summary.
Sorry, there was a bit of noise here. I didn't get the question.
Well, I was saying that repeat the top 3 things that people should do when they are seeking scholarships.
Oh, okay. Yes. We said that if you are looking for the scholarship in China, you have to look at your statement of purpose. You look at your, what do we call it? Research proposal, and then your commitment to respect Chinese laws and authorities.
Okay. Do they force you to come back to your country?
Sorry?
Do they force you to come back to your country?
Yes, if you are not respecting Chinese laws, you may be deported depending on the offense.
Oh, I see. Okay. So yeah. I've just posted Mr. Misbah, a friend saying, the email address. So just contact ymissbah at yahoo.com. ymissbah at yahoo.com. Contact him anything on Chinese, those who are seeking 100% scholarship in China, like Yao Makansan, say accounting and finance. Will he be considered for scholarship in China? Yes. Mr. Misbah said you'll be considered for scholarship in China. He says he wants to do his PhD. So contact him in the email address ymissbah at yahoo.com. ymissbah at yahoo.com. David Ameya, thank you so much. So much knowledge has been acquired today and they will program. So we thank God that we can help you maybe. That's all we want. Knowledge and a boy. That's what China did. The reason why China today is competing with America is that they sent their people out, even Dubai and Qatar. They sent their people to the Europe and America, study and come and build the Omaino, study and come and build the country. You see, into Obitu Kwanya, don't envy. They are using the knowledge. Ghana for one brochure, even the money they inject into Ghana's economy alone, almost 8 billion. That's a lot of money. It's because they got opportunities to travel and bring that money back. So don't envy anybody. Meanwhile, it's not easy in Abrocho. People really hustle. You see students working and studying, braving cold weather, -20 in Canada. Mr. Peter Meboa.
Yeah.
-20 na go school. We have to canteen, library now, all that to bet me about Peter, shall final thoughts with us. I will be
okay. I made up word phone and there was a platform I was creating. Just what critics will be in free Ghana. A decision now person will make it as individual. What chance and I would show 1 hour person about fine 1 person about Bianca said now and I don't have any problem with it. The Tosu Bio Yana can person make up on your email sending. sometimes almost check your email the way we communicating. So we are first class student here, be more the way we communicate. We go on email to time first class student, but wow, it is any pan so check you and I made the be as say almost or my baba share your page, na abua. Yeah.
Okay. And Peter, so you Facebook page, Beware TV, you can follow him there. You can send him an email. Peter, I'll send him an email so that I can post.
That be you say no, Vim lady, the we are social no me we are na ma.
Yeah, oh, but tipa. Oh, the way you go send him go for me chase. So I don't say. No number 2 grab your go one browser.
What that?
Mo mo share you na me say mo a woni munye homework me first. Go online, Google Schools near the links na to nyina. Do what they start a process, then you can email somebody, be to me about. So what your first step now? Ye nyina ye adwuma. Omu nyina omu ko school. E na edin so obeja bibia no aye bibia ma wo. Start the process and then somebody can help you. What's your personal statement? No, email it. Or if you're bet me your personal statement, Peter bet me your mama me. Doc bet me your mama me. Then somebody can correct you. But when you check your mama sample edin. Timpacho, start it. Next week, better to us. This is just one of the many a year. Yes, yeah, we quite 1 hour, but I check into your best. You look at the referees, who you should use as your referee, and we'll go more into details in answering your questions. What are the things that you should do to make sure say you are in the front of the application process and not at the back? And also your best sign Apple. Mr. Misbah, thank you so much. Thank you for today. Thank you so much.
So that's, yeah.
Follow the pages. I'll be sharing more links on the a bit more meant to me. So I'll be sharing it in the comment section. Then I'll pin it in the comment section. They scroll here. You see all the links now. I'm sending them in the schools over there. Mr. Misbah, thank you so much, and have a good day and enjoy the vitamin D. We'll continue this another time. Thank you so much. Thank you.